Thank you so much, folks. I'm going to be very brief.
Thank you so much.
Frankly, we've been here as long as we promised you. We appreciate your attention so much for this evening. Thank you so much for supporting the center. Thank you so much for coming out. And thank you for listening to the stories of these wonderful kids that are making a difference in their community. They embody the Upstanders program, which is the education that the center has been doing and centered on its 30 years of existence. Now, we all need Upstanders in our life, and I'm going to very quickly tell you about someone who's an Upstander for me. And I thought this would be the appropriate moment. There's no award, there's no scholarship, that's all done. And we thank the Claire Friedlander Foundation because they've been doing this for months. And Peter Kwan, who's not here tonight, his daughter, they have continued this fantastic work. Without them, none of this would be possible. For many of you in this room, October 7th is a date we will never forget. And a lot of us were hurting in a lot of different ways because of it. Some of it was a distant story, and for others it was more personal. When I was 17, I was a very lucky kid. Instead of going to 12th grade, we finished in 11th, and a bunch of us had the privilege, really, of spending a year in Israel in a school called BMT. You call it Beit Midrash LaTorah, or we used to call it Best Meal in Town, or Basketball Means Torah. Either way, it was a really fun place to be. And I went there, and the gentleman to my right, Dan Horowitz, went there as well. And someone else who went to that school is a name you might be familiar with. His name is John Pollan. You may be more familiar with his son, Hirsch. It has been 227 days since Hirsch went to enjoy a peace concert and had his arm blown off and has since lived 227 days in hell. I don't have to tell you what that's like for him. And I'm sure for many of the parents in this room, I don't have to tell you what it could only imagine it would be like for his parents. And for those of us who went to the same school as John, we feel it too. Technology is a wonderful thing. And a WhatsApp group was created of all the BMT kids. I want to tell you what helps me wake up every morning. And not just me, hundreds like me that went to BMT. You see, the first buzz I hear every morning is a text with a picture of the prayer that Dan Horowitz just made every day for 227 days on behalf of every one of us. And I don't know if any of us could get out of bed if it wasn't for him. So please give me a moment to express the thanks that I feel to Dan. Dan, thank you. Now I need you for one more second. Because Hirsch's parents asked for something that a lot of the hostage parents have asked for. They simply want to see it said and how many people are behind them. Because when you have your kid that you don't know if he's still alive or dead, tortured, or if you'll ever get him back, all you want, you don't care about the politics, you don't care about the stories, you just want him home. So for those who would like, I ask you now to all stand and with me say, bring Hirsch home now.
Bring Hirsch home now.
Thank you. You know, this is a great event. We've been doing it for a long time. With people like Peter Klein, he made it happen. It went to the essence of what we did. It could never happen without Harriet. And so many here. And the work we do, and you saw Bernie for 10 seconds, the guy never stops. He did the marketing here, and the guy, like all the dosages here, does more dosing tests than anything you can imagine. And we wouldn't exist without the executive board, people that are here tonight, like Rob and Yolanta, Maris, and Michael Traeger, who's in Israel. And all of our board members, you'll see their name tag today, please raise their hand. We'll be dumping it out. But there's an elephant in the room of a question that has to be asked. And I don't want to leave it unasked, so I'm going to present it and answer it for you. And the question is, that people keep asking me is, you guys do upstander education. You're not a Jewish charity. You don't just focus on Jewish kids. Why are you relevant? I don't understand. Why are you standing for so many people that may not have stood for you when we needed it now in this last year with so much anti-Semitism, so much Jewish hate? Why are you continuing on your mission? You stood for all these people. How many people stood with you? Well, the first thing I want you to know is there are people that stand with us, okay? That's the first thing you need to know, and many of them are in this room, okay? Yolanta, Jack, you guys have been board members for what, 10, 20 years? Yolanta, 30? Thank you. There are some very righteous people that are in this room that have always stood for everybody. They're my role models. They did it on their own. Give them a round of applause because they deserve it. The other answer is this. The people that hate us, that hate the life that we are proposing for everyone to have, a pluralistic world where we all can have tolerance and love for each other, regardless of the color of our skin, our sexual orientation, our race, our religion, our background, our ethnicity, our origin, our nationality. That desire for a more pluralistic and tolerant world is under attack. If you go to the essence of what is being attacked today, it's not just Jews, it's a way of life. It's a Jewish philosophy that was referred to by another speaker who said, we are here to heal the world. Tikkun olam. It is at the essence of everything. Now, the people that hate us have taken so much, have hurt us in so many ways. But they're not going to take from us our philosophy and our ability to live our life in the society that we have deemed to create. We will not let it stand. They will not change us. They will not force us to hate the man and woman next to us, regardless of who they are or what they say. They don't get to choose that for us. They can say what they want. It will not matter. It is our job to love everybody and to stand up for everybody. And with our dying breath, I promise you we will. God bless each and every one. Thank you for being here tonight.
Hi, I'm Moji Pormarati, and I'm the Executive Director at the Holocaust Memorial and Tolerance Center in Glen Cove. What we do